Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. I am making this video because it's more of a fact check on my own video that I made yesterday in response to Iman Khalif. So the article that I found over on Twitter that was shared by Sharon Davies, who's a former Olympian and someone who I actually quite respect, especially when it comes down to this whole issue of men in women's sports. So I saw her post the article and I thought, maybe she's onto something here. And then I saw another few people on the Twitter platform that shared the article too. Now, the article sounded rather legit, if you ask me. And it came from I guess you could call it one of those sites where I didn't necessarily think that it was entirely legit. I had my semi doubts, but nevertheless, I went with it. And turns out that if you type in Iman Khalif's name over on Google, which I found this out after I'd already made the video, because again, I don't do these videos in real time. They're made usually a day prior, so I'm a little bit late to new information that has been released. And so obviously the article that was posted that I used was fact checked by Reuters and all the other supposed fact checkers out there. And turns out that no, Iman Khalif is not banned, and no, Iman Khalif has not been stripped of the gold medal, although many people would like to think so. Now, since how my integrity is my number one value, especially on this show, I don't want to lead anyone astray. I put a comment, obviously on the video, letting everybody know. And I thought, you know what, I'm going to make another video in response to that video. The WBO says Khalif ban reports are obviously false. Here we go. The World Boxing Association says reports it has banned Olympic champion Iman Khalif and stripped Iman of Iman's Paris gold medal for failing gender eligibility tests are obviously false. A report from an online sports blog was being shared on social media after claiming Khalif had been given a lifetime ban, which is the article that I referenced and used in the video that I made yesterday. In a statement, the WBO's legal counsel, Gustave Oliveri, said it had not tested nor had it been banned Khalif, and that any report stated otherwise is obviously fake and ill-intentioned. Oliveri added the WBO had no communication with Khalif being an amateur boxer. The WBO which sanctions professional boxers to fight for their belt, would have no jurisdiction, nor would it have the power to strip Iman of Iman's medal. The Algerian won the women's welterweight gold in Paris this summer, a year after being disqualified from the World Championships for reportedly failing gender eligibility tests. So we know one thing, the IBC, I think it is, the International Boxing Association, has come away saying that Iman Khalif is actually banned from or disqualified from competing in that arena. But the WBO, the World Boxing Association, has done nothing to ban Iman. So the IBA, I think it is, IBC, IBA, has come away saying that Iman is disqualified because the failed gender eligibility test that was conducted, but they can't strip Iman of the medal or anything else. They can only just go, you're disqualified from boxing in particular categories. So the World Championships were run by the Russian-led International Boxing Association, IBA, there you go, which was later stripped of the world governing body status by International Olympic Committee, IOC, over integrity and governance issues. So the International Olympic Committee doesn't trust the IBA for their tests and their results, even though the IBA came away saying they've got their own doctors that did tests, and Iman Khalif's not doing any tests now. So if this wanted to all go away, I've been saying it for a long time, do a damn test. But Iman's not doing any tests. Iman's actually remaining quiet. And I mean, it's interesting to me how the IOC is disqualifying the IBA over integrity and governance issues when the IOC the president of the IOC came away and said that, you know what is changeable. Like, it ain't, gender ain't changeable, man. Like, I hate to be the one to break the news to you, but it ain't. But these people are also the ones that go, if you have on your birth certificate or on your passport that you are female, then obviously we're just going to go with that, even though you are biologically male. The IOC also questioned the legitimacy and credibility of the IBA's tests, saying they cannot be relied upon. Well, why don't the IOC do a test? If you can't trust the IBA, why don't you do your own? No, I can't do that. Our test is to look at the birth certificate or even what the person says. That's the obvious test for eligibility on our front. The dispute meant the IOC was responsible for running the boxing competition at the Paris Olympics and applied less stringent eligibility criteria. Yes, the less stringent eligibility criteria being whatever you say you are, you are. Speaking after Iman's Olympic cheating thing, Khalif said Iman had been a victim of bullying and that the IBA don't like me and I don't really know why. Well, they disqualified you on the basis that you are a biological dude competing in the women's category. Let that sink in. The 25-year-old added, I am fully qualified to take part in this competition. We'll prove it. Submit yourself to more tests. It's not that hard, but you chose not to. You pulled out of it. Anyway, I am a woman like any other woman. What is a woman? Here we go. I was born a woman. I have lived as a woman. I competed as a woman. There is no doubt about that. Well, I've got so many doubts because the DNA says otherwise, that you are a biological dude. So what? We just reject or negate any biological realities and DNA now? What do we do? So anyway, I just wanted to clear up the little mess that I made or the little mistake that I made yesterday, and I don't want to lead anybody astray. I know people in the comment section were actually really excited. I know. I was excited too. And then you realize that it's not real and you're like, oh boy, some things can be too good to be true at times. I know. But there you have it, people. Thought I would share the actual facts. But you guys take care, you be blessed, and I'll see you all in the next video.